All right, how are you? Welcome to the Thursday Live Show. Glad you're here with us. We have a lot to talk about tonight, a lot of things that we're going to be talking to you about and dealing with tonight with news and things that are happening around with fishing. But hope you're having a great week. It is Thursday, so it's the beginning of my weekend. So I'm very, very happy about that.
Because you get off on Fridays.
I get off on Fridays, so I'm very, very happy about that. And hopefully you have some awesome plans coming up for the weekend. Here, I don't think we do.
Well, the weather's not going to cooperate.
Yes, we have some weather issues, and we're going to talk about that later on in the show. We'll talk a little bit about the weather and the things that are happening there because it's all across the nation. Everybody's just getting blasted by this.
Getting the weather.
But 2024 has been an absolute wild start to it. I don't know about you and your life and how it's been for you, but I know in my professional life and in my spiritual life and then in family life, just everything just seems like it seems like it's been a year already. Even though it's been about a week.
It feels like a long week.
Doesn't it really?
It's been like 11 days, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
are we at the end of January yet?
Yeah, it's just been crazy how it's gonna be. I mean, tonight I come home and I find out that the dryer's not working.
Yeah.
So it's just been one of those things.
It's a great start.
It's just been one of those things. So
and then the dog ate 3 donuts and he threw up all over the comforter. Great time for a dryer not to work.
For the dryer not to work, right? Yeah. Just in time. Mm-hmm. So it's just been one of those years. It's been a year already. So. Anyway, but that's not what you're here for. You're not here to hear about all the personal things and all the personal drama and all of that. We had the video come out on the rainbow trout, so if you haven't checked that out. And tonight for dinner, we actually tried something new, and I thought it was really tasty. She made coconut-crusted trout and shrimp. She made some rice and some beans and stuff to it. I thought it was really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, too. I made coconut shrimp for him the other day, and I had leftover of all the ingredients, and I'm just like, hey, it's got to be good on fish if it's good on shrimp. Yeah. I mean,
so we're trying out some new recipes. So hopefully in this next season of videos, when we get out there and get this thing going, we're going to see some more catch and cooks and things like that.
We're going to have to. I just checked my freezer. I only have 3 meals of trout and 3 meals of redfish left.
Running low.
That's only going to last about like 3 weeks.
So running low. But anyway, all right. Well, we got some new stuff that we want to get into, some things that we want to talk about. And, of course, make sure that I have the chat over here. So make sure that if you have comments or whatever, put it in the chat. And let me know how the live stream's going as well because I'm playing music in the background. I can't hear it. So let me know if it sounds good.
Yeah, I was like, honey, what music?
And if it's really annoying and you hate it, let me know that too. So, because I can only watch it after the fact. So I tried to balance out as best I could, but this is new, so we're trying. So let's get to our first news story. Let me bring it up here. And I even did that. So now we have, that doesn't have anything important on it. Okay, good. All right, here's our first story. Shrimp that weigh more than a pound invade the Gulf. Hey, Grant, welcome. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. Much appreciated.
That's a big shrimp.
Shrimp that weigh more than a pound.
Are the fish just not eating it? What's going on?
Yeah, so did you know that there are shrimp in Texas that can grow more than a pound? Black tiger prawns, or tiger shrimp. My
gosh, those are big.
Yeah, aggressive crustacean that can grow up to 1 foot in length and weigh a pound according to Texas invasive species Institute. We have a whole thing now just studying invasive species, so I don't know.
Probably somewhere else.
It says in addition to its unusually large size, it can be identified by black stripes. You can kind of see. I mean, obviously that one looks different than the ones next to us. It's kind of obvious there.
Yeah.
If you're listening to the podcast and you're not seeing it, the shrimp itself, it looks like it's got tiger stripes on the back of it. So I think it'd be fairly easy to identify. But it says, unfortunately, they were released near South Carolina in 1988.
Oh my goodness.
They said that they're spreading through Florida. And it's a popular shrimp that's raised on farms in the Caribbean. And then they were surprised when captured ceased following Katrina and Rita, but they came back 2006 and they've been present ever since. And the reason why they're a problem is the aggressive tiger prawn endangers the native shrimp. Apparently they eat them. So shrimp battles.
So shrimp eat shrimp, huh?
Shrimp eat shrimp.
It's a shrimp eat shrimp
it's a
world.
Shrimp eat shrimp world, so yeah.
And the bigger shrimp wins, I guess.
Grant says huge. Yeah, these things are just massive. Karen, you have to, since it's all the way over there, you have to like make sure to pay attention to the live chat over there.
Oh.
Because it's all the way over on the other side. Anyway, so they said the aggressive tiger prawns endanger native shrimp, and they're being preyed upon. And they're urging fishermen to report any unusual shrimp catches and not to throw them back. So if you catch them, throw them back.
Don't throw them back.
Oh, don't throw them back. Yes, don't throw them back if you do come in contact with them. And here's the other thing, though. They said that they're actually pretty tasty.
Oh. Even if they're a pound big? But I guess
big shrimp.
they wouldn't have much waste to them if they're shrimp. That's all meat.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't think the fish would mind.
I am surprised the sharks aren't being like, ooh.
Yeah.
What a snack.
They say they have a high economic value. They're large and they have a sweet taste. So very interesting.
They have them in the Caribbean. But if they're farming them, they're making sure that they're not eating, the natives. But if they're just in our waters, they're just...
Yeah, and I imagine if they're that big, it may be harder for the smaller species of fish to catch them, sheep's head and things like that. A bigger fish, the redfish, drum, things like that, they probably wouldn't have much of a problem with them. But I would think that if it was a smaller fish that eats shrimp, that could be where the
1
problem
pound.
is,
That would be probably at least this big around.
Yeah, just huge. It says the tiger shrimp also is known to be susceptible to 16 diseases and is capable of transferring them. So that's another problem. So you just got to be careful. I don't know that I would eat one.
And making the other shrimp sick?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But they're here, they're around, whether you're on the Gulf Coast or whether you're even on the Atlantic Coast, apparently in South Carolina. So from South Carolina on down, these are there. So be aware of that. And
stop putting weird stuff in our water. Just because it's in your fish tank doesn't mean it should be released.
I think it's one of those things that people do not realize. And we had this problem when we were in Laredo, that people would just take their aquarium fish and they put them in the local pond.
We don't want to kill them.
And so now you have tilapia,
they were done with them,
and you have the plecos, and you have all kinds of different things.
You have algae eaters just swimming around like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Don't do that. Don't release your fish.
Well, Grant
into
says
the pond.
they cook well. Does that mean he's eaten one?
Yeah, if anybody's ever eaten one of these
let
things,
us know if you've eaten
I am
tiger
curious.
shrimp.
We should have
and survived.
We should. This is one of those things like you. I wish that Stanley Orchard was in the live stream because he eats everything. I think he ate a jellyfish once. So.
He's brave.
There are some internet channels that are all about that. They'll eat the different. They'll do the eating of the weird stuff.
I've seen a channel. Someone ate a ladyfish.
I don't know.
He somehow cooked the fish and then kind of halfway and took the meat out because there's bones everywhere and balled it up into a ball and squished.
There's better things to eat out there, so I don't know why you'd want to eat that.
I don't know.
There's just better things to eat, in my opinion. But anyway, so we have the tiger shrimp they're out there. Be aware of that, and if you see them, don't put them back. Take them home. Decide whether or not you want to try to eat them. So. All right, we'll get on to our second story here, and this is going to be from Texas Parks and Wildlife. The Toyota Sharelunker program is embarking on its 38th season starting Monday. 38 years they've been doing this, and so they've been doing.
There's a lot of bass fishermen out there.
Yeah, and these are some of the world-class bass. It says last year, 15 legacy Sharelunkers were caught. And then 5 fish weighing more than 14 pounds. That's a lot. So it has some of the stats here, and all of the article links are in the description. So if you want to look at these articles yourself later, I'm putting them up on the screen so you can see them. But it says that anglers have submitted 650 legacy lunkers in the first 37 years, of the Sharelunker program, and during the 2022 and 2023 collection seasons, all the lone fish were healthy and returned to the lake. And so these are these are bass that are 13 pounds or more.
OHIV's got some big bass.
Yeah, these are just
They
massive.
seem to all come out of there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to visit there sometime, and it especially in February because that's where when the spawning is and a lot of the catches.
Yeah.
February 2nd, OHIV. So that's the time to go.
Yeah, and this is the time. So if you get one of those, and
February, March.
there is a drawing for these. There are prizes involved, and they're not as big as maybe the CCA prize and stuff like that. But you can.
So it starts now, or it starts in February?
It actually started Monday.
Okay.
So it's on right now.
Towards the end of February. I mean,
Yeah, it goes through March 31st.
Okay.
March 31st.
So
It
you
goes
have
year
3
round.
months.
It goes
Okay.
year round, but the legacy program
Right.
is only
So
for certain
you have to catch it over 13 pounds.
over 13 pounds,
for
and it
it
has
to
to
be
be alive.
counted, and it has to be live.
Has to be alive. Yeah, they do want it because they want to. It's a breeding
And
program,
they want to
basically.
release them.
What does Grant say over there? Grant says Nightcrawler is the only thing. What's that?
Only thing weird I've eaten.
That's pretty weird.
So, gotta be pretty hungry to eat a worm.
Would
gotta
you
say.
eat a worm?
I mean, I'd have to be starving. I really would.
Yeah,
I mean,
Grant,
have you seen those survival shows where they eat spiders and worms
Yeah.
and snakes? And
That's a.
I mean, I don't even know if worms have any protein in them.
Any
If they
value?
if they don't, I wouldn't be eating them.
Yeah.
Not just to eat them. Our son ate something. He was taking a bribe at a church event,
He ate a low
and he ate a very strange
grasshopper.
looking locust, and he survived that. But it was like really big.
It was pretty nice.
And it was one of those that looked more like a cicada, had the colored wings
Yeah.
and everything. He ate that for $90,
Yeah,
and
no-
he
no,
thought
thank
that
you.
was worth it. No.
Yeah.
So,
No, I don't know.
oh, he did it on a live stream.
On a live
Oh,
stream.
my.
Ooh. That means your live streams are more interesting than ours.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
not-
the Fear
I'm sorry,
Factor
yeah.
live stream.
I'm not going to eat
with
things
eating
on
spiders and
because you would just see me throwing up everywhere.
Well, maybe that's the entertainment.
That's the entertainment.
But don't. My dryer's broken.
Yeah,
so
right on the-
none of the throwing up.
Right on the carpet, just right there, just right on the carpet, right there. So, anyway, so going back to the article here on the Sharelunkers, it says that OH Ivy does lead all water bodies with 75 approved entries during the 2023 season. So 75 Sharelunker bass out of
We're in
OH Ivy.
there.
Yeah,
That means we should go down there and try it out.
that's
How far from here is that?
it's up by it's pretty it's a
From
good
Dallas?
drive. It's not a day trip.
Okay.
I remember how big Texas is. It's not a day trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so if you're
Toyota
into bass
Sherlock.
fishing, if that's your cup of tea, then make sure you get out there and catch
What
some
can
of
you
these.
win?
It says here that anglers who enter data for any lunker they catch greater than 8 pounds or 24 inches during the 2024 calendar year also receive a catch kit, a decal for their car, a 1-month subscription to Bass University, and an entry into the year-end grand prize drawing to win $5,000 to Bass Pro Shop shopping spree.
Okay.
And that includes the Lunker class, which is 8 pounds or more, the Strike King Elite class, which is 10 pounds or more, and the Lose Legacy class, which is 13 pounds or more. So, and they have to be entered through the Sharelunker.com app. So make sure that you're aware of that as well. And get out there and get those catches. This is the season. They're chunking up. They're eating all the food, getting ready to spawn. And the reason why they're bigger is because of the spawn. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. So.
No, I mean I thought about our boat can handle.
Oh, now
Fresh
now
water,
you're
so
thinking,
we'll
you know.
try
So,
it, yeah.
I don't know. That's like a
A
lifetime
lot of them
catch.
coming
though.
out of there though.
Yeah, that's like a lifetime catch, I
You
think.
can stay with family and go in that lake.
Yeah, we have family in the area. Yeah, it would definitely be like a weekend trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, so get out there and get it. All right, we got one more story that we're going to talk about, and then we'll talk about weekend plans and stuff like that. And this is out of Florida, and I use this because I know this is happening all across the nation as we see the things that are going on.
Double-digit largemouth.
This is going to.
Grant says it sounds like a good weekend to get a double-digit largemouth bass.
Oof.
See, he agrees with me.
He agrees
we should
with
go.
you. Yeah. All right. This one is out of Florida, and really, I use this because I wanted to talk about the extreme weather that is going on around. There has been just a crazy amount of weather that has just been. I don't know where you guys are. I know here in Texas we're bracing. It's literally the meme. Winter's coming. Brace yourselves, because we're gonna get a really cold snap. They're talking about here a freeze. which we don't get freezes all that often. We did get one last year, so they keep telling us that they don't happen all that often. But it did happen last year. It happened Christmas last year. So, but that's spawning tornadoes in places and
earthquakes.
Yeah, and here we've had a north wind, and so they have low water alerts, and the bays are like 2 feet below normal. So places that normally have water in them, it's just blowing it right out. So it's one of these things that I don't know where you are if you're experiencing this weather, but I think it's across the whole nation. I saw in Colorado they're getting nailed.
Slammed with some snowstorms.
Yeah, it's just getting everywhere. So this happened in Florida. It says the Navarre, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Navarre beach fishing pier closed due to extensive storm damage. And they had some really nasty tornadoes and things that ripped through Florida. So it is closed due to the damage, and it's due to heavy rains and strong winds that batter much of the Gulf Coast Tuesday. Damage, just incredible damage, and it has a lot of pictures of just damage. I'm not going to show them all here on the live stream because it doesn't need to be, but at the same time, just incredible storm damage. And you have to think how that affects fishing. Not only is it, can we not get out to go fishing? I mean, that's part of it, of course, but the other part of it is how does that affect where the fish are? Because the fish are going to be, they're either going to be trapped into areas because, especially here, low water, and then the freezes come. That's what I'm most concerned about, is them getting trapped into shallow areas, but bad thunderstorms and just weather. They had small craft advisors and everything were up here
for days. We haven't not been able to go since Christmas, just for various weathers.
It's just we've had weather events. It seems constantly, and then this weekend we're going to have the same thing.
And we had heavy winds, gusts of 60 miles an hour, just randomly.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, it's knocking down the limbs. We thought we were going to lose power, and there's some more coming through tonight and tomorrow. So it's just one of these things that where you guys are, I don't know what you're experiencing, if you're experiencing this, and then how that's changed your plans. But I know here, I haven't seen the birds have been moving away and just different things. So it's been crazy to say. What does Grant say? He says.
He says bad thunderstorms and high winds tonight. The freezing temperatures are moving in Saturday.
Yeah, I can move that closer for you if you want.
For them. Yeah.
Okay, so Grant, you're seeing it, and it's just been one of those things, and it always seems to happen on the weekends, and it's not like Tuesday. It's got to happen right here on the weekends where we got these storms coming through, and it's just going to be one of those nasty events. So hopefully you are able to get out there and get outside and do those things. But if you can't, hopefully you make the most of it and stay safe during these weather conditions. Pay attention to them. Don't get caught. And I know that we did the ice fishing story last week. I know that many people are itching to get out there, but make sure when you get out there, you're getting out there safely. Because I didn't pull them up this time, but there's been more stories of people trapped on the ice, drowning, just different things. So make sure when you do get out there that you're doing it safely. Pay attention to the weather. It does matter. Make sure that you're paying attention to changing conditions.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel bad for the bass season is already kicking into gear for a lot of the fishing, all the high school fishing, all the youth, the Bass Nation has already started, all that stuff, and that was just last weekend where they were in a bitter cold. The fish were not active at all. Nobody's catching anything. Nothing. And so, sometimes you plan a year, but then the weather doesn't always cooperate the way it normally does.
No, it doesn't. So, and I said you just want to get out there, and you want to get out there and be safe while you're out there, because that's important.
He says the Port Aransas Ferry was recently, and I can't read that, turning away RVs and fifth wheels because the water levels were so low. We've seen that happen before where the water's so low they can't get the ferry up to where the road is, and if you have too heavy traffic on that ferry, it doesn't work, so they turn away.
And that is a long way around. If you can't get on that Port A ferry, you're going all the way down and around to the
if you
causeway.
get turned away, let's say you have a fifth wheel with you and you're just going camping and you were planning your day, man, you just lost like 2 hours because
you're gonna have to go
all the way around.
And that is a good distance.
We live in that area, so definitely know what that is when that ferry
Yeah, and those
Either way.
and now I will say there's a positive to this. There is a positive. There's like a silver lining. If you can get out, and if it is safe, okay, I'll put those things on the caveat because I don't want anybody doing anything crazy or stupid. So if you are able to get out and in safe conditions, and this is the time to mark stuff. Mark where the sandbars
because
are.
it's low?
Yeah, you'll see
Yeah.
you'll see the structure and things you wouldn't normally see because it'll be exposed because the water levels are lower, and especially when we, at least here, when we get a north wind. But if you're on a lake even, this is the time where a lot of times the water level is low. So you can get out there and you can mark stuff and say, here's structure that I don't normally see. Here's
I mean, we
whatever.
would because the temperatures don't drop for us till Saturday. But the problem is we have those high wind
Yeah, right
warnings,
now it's just winds.
and
are
we
the
have a
problem.
small craft, so
Yeah.
we're just we're gonna have to just play it safe.
Yeah. People said that around here they were some of the redfish were stacking up in the deep pockets in the bayous and stuff, but it's just not worth going out there if you're going to be in some sort of dangerous conditions. It's just not worth it. And so these people in Florida that are experiencing this across the whole nation, just be safe out there. Make sure you're paying attention to changing weather conditions. Yeah. So that kind of told you a little bit about our weekend plans. We've got a broken dryer that's going to need to be attended to, I'm sure. And then we've got that foul weather that's moving in this weekend. So unfortunately,
Yeah, well, I
we will
just
not
got
be
my
getting out
pool
there.
cleaned up, and now I had to turn around and do it again
Yeah.
with the leaves and the trees and
just one thing after another.
everything wants to get in the water.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So that kind of. But I might be playing with the 3D printer this weekend.
Yeah, we've been making some stuff.
Yeah.
But I heard you can make the molds, but you can't actually make the soft plastics.
Yeah.
So we'll have to order like something to put in the
The
mold.
silicone
Like
things.
this, yeah. So I don't know if we have to melt that or whatnot, but we
Yeah.
could make some hard baits for
Hard baits.
for
I made a
bass
popping cork,
fishing and
popping cork prototype. So we'll
Yeah, we're
continue to
working on
experiment
that.
and see what. Maybe in the future we'll have a We Go Fishing product line of fishing lures and whatnot.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of dedication though.
yeah, we'd have to come up with something unique, and then we've also been making all these little boxes. We like to make
boxes.
little boxes.
Little
and
boxes.
I made a straw, and what else have we made with our 3D printer?
Yeah, Grant, I'm with you on that. My thoughts on duck hunting, not worth the risk. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's the thing that's tough is like I know the itch is there. It's hitting me right now. Like I want to be out there so bad. I hear, I see the pictures of the redfish stacking up and the flounder are there, and I know that it's probably easier in some ways because the water's low. They can only be in so many different places. But man, it's not worth the risk. But there are people that are going out there and doing it, and I'm just like, you just gotta be careful. It's definitely not worth getting stuck. There was one that came out on one of the Facebook groups I'm in. A guy, he went back into the marshes, and the water dropped out, and he was stuck. And
Oh, that much?
Yeah, they
Wow.
they couldn't get back to him. And of course, the mud is not. It's like sinking mud, so you can't really just get out and
It's
go
black
anywhere.
mud, yeah.
So you have to wait till the tide comes back, and hopefully it's high enough. They did find a guy with an airboat that was able to go get him. So
Long day for him.
that's a long day in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my. What else did we make with our 3D printer? Oh, you made me a plant bowl where I
Little
can
plant
put
bowl,
like a little
yeah.
cactus or something in it. And what else have we been making?
we've been making the phone stands, iPhone stands. and
Oh
stuff,
yeah, we made some stands for our watches and phones, and we're just coming up with all kinds
kinds
of
of stuff,
things. Yeah.
So let us know what you're in the comments in the chat there. What your weekend plans are. Hopefully you can get out there and enjoy it. Hopefully the weather will cooperate where you are. But if not, be safe.
And watch
Stay
some football,
warm.
right? Just watch.
This is football weekend.
There
The
is
playoffs
some,
are coming up.
This weekend, it's the wild card playoffs.
Yeah, we got some games
And if
coming
you're
up.
a Cowboys fan, that will be on Sunday. They changed that schedule, so Saturday will be, if you are a Kansas City fan, that's that one at 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's one of those only on Peacock things,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is driving me crazy. But
I know. We're now paying more for subscriptions. than
yeah,
we
you
were for
gotta
cable back
have
in the day.
like this and this and this subscription. And
Yeah.
anyway, so if you're interested in staying in You can watch some football.
Watch some football.
You know.
Or watch We Go Fishing videos.
And where you can put us on, just
Why
replay and just keep it going.
Just keep it going.
As a background noise.
Yeah. But in any case, Grant says, I've seen some cool baits made with 3D printers. Yeah, there's been some patterns out there that we saw. And I was like, these can probably, I mean, I don't know.
I just wonder how you get like the different colors. I guess you have to stop, switch color.
Paint.
Paint them.
them. Hand paint them.
Oh, because like ours is all solid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, you hand paint them. You make them in like a white and then hand paint them. So, yeah.
Bad idea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll be playing with it.
Yeah, and
sure.
if you think of anything else we should make in the chat, you can put it in there.
Yeah, put it in there as well.
Yeah, we're thinking of things to make.
Yeah.
Got this for Christmas, so we're just experimenting.
Yeah, having fun with it. So, thank you all for joining us on this live stream, the second episode. We're trying to get this in and trying to get this done 7 o'clock on Thursdays. I know that doesn't work for everybody, so if you're watching this on a playback or something like that, thank you as well for being part of the channel. If you're able to join us for the live stream, we'd love to have you and be able to interact with you as well. And hopefully these stories will be interesting to you and help you. Make a shrimp. Make a shrimp. And make one of those. Yeah, if you missed it at the beginning of the stream here, here is the shrimp that weigh more than a pound. So maybe we should make one of those. Yeah.
A big old shrimp, but
shrimp.
Yes, but then who's gonna bite that? A tiger shrimp.
Whatever wants to, I suppose. Whatever wants to. But have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and until next time.
May the fish be with you.
There we go.